Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Siti Shakila. We are from Group 11 and today we will presenting our project of ACC 407 on financial accounting and report of a sole trader or partnership business. Before we begin, let me introduce our team member. I am Nur ASYIKIN binti ISMAIL and with me are Muhammad Shafiq IZWAN bin ADIK. Next is Nur ATIQAH binti Muhammad SHAHARUDIN and lastly Siti SYAFIQAH binti Muhammad ARIF. This is our list of content, which is content of introduction, background of the business, business characteristic, classification of the business, process of the business recording, and lastly the strength and the weakness. We have chosen a real local business that operates under the sole proprietor model, which is we believe give us a better understanding of how small business manage their finances and operation in reality. And we will discuss about the strength and the weakness of the sole trader businesses. Let me start with a brief explanation of what a sole proprietor actually is. A sole proprietor is the most basic and straightforward form of business ownership. It's run by one person who is fully in charge of everything, from small decision making to handling profit and losses. This structure is this business structure is very popular, especially among small business owner, because it's easy to set up and doesn't involve any complex registration or high startup costs. Many home base of the business and local shop we see every day actually operate this way. Most of the small business start as a sole proprietor and may transition to a limited liability entity or corporation as the company grows. This is due to the owner is personally responsible for everything, including any debts or financial risks. But despite that, it is a very practical choice for those who want to run something small, manageable, and flexible. Next, let me tell you about the business background. For this project, we selected a business called Nur Kaisarah Enterprise. It's a food and catering business based in Aitawa, Perak. And it has been running for more than 10 years since 10 June 2010. The business is fully owned and managed by Puan Saida binti ISMAIL, a passionate and hardworking entrepreneur. She started his business with a capital of 70,000, which came entirely from her own saving. What makes Nur Kaisarah Enterprise interesting is how it has grown steadily over the years by focusing on daily meals and event catering. They serve dinner and also cater for weddings, office event, and community function. The business operates daily from 7 to 5:30 p.m. They are currently has a team of 10 staff. This include 2 chefs, 4 kitchen assistant, and 4 waiter or waitress. Even though it's a sole proprietorship, Puan Saida is not doing this by all alone. She is strongly supported by her husband Ahmad Sobri Hussein, who helps to manage the business behind the scene. Together, they form a very hands-on team, which is one of the reason the business has built the loyal customer base in their area. In terms of finance performance, Nur Kaisarah also doing quite well. They earning approximately around 900,000 in revenue annually. That's a big achievement for a small business operating in a small town. To attract more customers, their market strategy is to promote their business actively via social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp status, and TikTok. It is something quite modern for a traditional food business. So that's all for me. We will talk more about the business and recording process later in the presentation. I will pass it over to Muhammad Shafiq to present about the business characteristic and classification of the business item in the next slide. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad SHAFIQ IZWAN bin ADIK, and today I will be presenting about the business characteristic of our project company, which has been registered under the name Nur Kaisara Enterprise. This part of the presentation focus on the legal structure, ownership, capital, management, and financial recording of the business. First and foremost, let's talk about the legal registration of the business. This business is registered under the Business Registration Act 1957 (SSM), which make it a sole proprietorship. This means it is owned by a single individual and is legally recognized by Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia (SSM). We can see on the left of the slide the SSM business certificate, which provides the proof of official registration. This legal status is important because it gives the business the right to operate and also allows to open business bank accounts, apply for license, and carry out formal transaction. Okay, now let's move on to the ownership. This business is fully owned by Puan Saida Asma binti Ismail. As the sole proprietor, she has full control and authority over all the operations and decision-making in the business. There are no shareholders or business partners involved. This means that any profit made by the business will belong entirely to Puan Saida. But at the same time, any loss or liability must also be borne fully by her. This is one of the key features of a sole proprietorship: unlimited liability. The initial capital used to start this business was RM 70,000, and it was fully contributed from Puan Saida's personal savings. This shows her personal commitment and confidence in the business. Using personal funds instead of taking loans or getting investors gave her complete ownership, but also involve more personal financial risk. This capital would be used to purchase business assets, equipment, stock, and cover initial operating expenses like rent, salaries, and utilities. In terms of management, this business is solely managed and controlled by Puan Saida herself, with some assistance from her husband. This kind of structure is quite common in micro and small enterprise in Malaysia. It allows for quick decision making and close monitoring of business operations. However, it also means that Fonseda has a heavy responsibility because she has to handle not only operation but also finance, marketing, customer service, and more. It reflects the hands-on approach taken by many sole proprietors. As a sole proprietor, Fonsaida is fully responsible for any profit or loss incurred by the business. This is double-edged sword. While she enjoys all the profits without needing to share them, she also personally bears all the business risks. If the business lost money or owes debts, this obligation fall directly on her, not the business alone. That's why managing costs, maintaining good records, and making wise financial decisions are so important. Lastly, let's look at how the business keeps its financial records. The business uses a manual receipt book to record all transactions. This is a simple and cost-effective method, especially for small business without access to digital accounting systems. While it may lack automation, manual record keeping still plays a vital role in tracking sales, managing cash flow, and preparing reports for tax or audit purposes. It's important that these records are updated legally, and stored securely. To conclude, the business characteristic of Nur Kaisara Enterprise reflect a typical sole proprietorship model in Malaysia. It is legally registered under SSL, fully owned and managed by one individual, funded using personal capital, and responsible for keeping proper financial record. This structure allows for full control and simple operation but comes with responsibility of handling all profit and losses personally. We will now be presenting about the classification of business items for Nurkansara Enterprise. In accounting, classifying business items into the correct categories is crucial for preparing accurate financial statements and understanding the financial health of the business. Today, I will explain the four main classification. First is assets, second capital, third revenues, and the last expenses. Okay, now let's begin with assets. Assets are the resources owned by the business that have economic value and are used to generate income. For Nur Kaisara Enterprise, the asset include a vehicle like a four-wheel drive used for transporting goods and ingredient, kitchen appliances such as gas stove, ovens, steamers, refrigerator, and freezers, which are essential for preparing food. Restaurant furniture like tables, chairs, counters, shelf, and cupboards used for customer service and storage. A POS, point of sale system, including a cash register, tablet, and receipt printer to manage customer transaction efficiently. These are categorized as non-current assets, meaning they are long-term and not easily converted to cash. They support daily operation and are recorded in the statement of financial position. So, next is capital. Capital represents the owner's investment or equity in the business. It's the money or asset contributed by the owner to start and run the business. In this case, Pansaida invested 70,000 ringgit Malaysia from her personal savings to start Nur Kaisara Enterprise. This capital is used to purchase the assets we just discussed and cover initial costs like rent, stock, or utilities. This amount is recorded under owner's equity in the financial statement and reflects the owner's claim on the business assets after liabilities have been deducted. Now, we move on to revenues. Revenue is the income earned from business activities. For this enterprise, revenue come from several sources. Main income from sales of food such as breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Beverage sales, which include hot drinks, cold drinks, and special drinks. Catering bookings for events like weddings, banquets, and corporate function. And wrap or takeaway sales, which offer convenience for customers who want food on the go. These revenues are recorded in the income statement and are crucial for evaluating business performance. A consistent increase in revenue usually reflects strong demand and good customer satisfaction. Finally, let's look at expenses. Expenses are the costs incurred to operate the business without spending on this item. The business cannot function effectively for Nur Kaisara Enterprise. Expenses include employee salary, which is a fixed operational cost of goods sold, COGS, such as chicken, meat, fish, and ingredient used for cakes and dessert, utilities and rent, which are necessary to maintain the business premises, and license and insurance to ensure legal operation and protect against risk. Fuel for the lorry or van, which is essential for logistics, especially for catering delivery. These are recorded in the income statement and they reduce the business net profit. Managing expenses wisely is key to ensuring the business remains sustainable. Mm. In conclusion, classifying business items into assets, capital, revenues, and expenses is a fundamental part of accounting. It helps business owners like Fonsaida track their operations and make informed decisions. Assets show what the business owns. Capital reflects the owner investment. Revenues indicate how much the business earns. Expenses show the cost of running the business. Together, this classification form the building blocks of financial reporting and are essential for monitoring growth and profitability.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nur ATIQAH binti Muhammad Saharudin and my metric number is 2025355101. Okay, actually I will explain about recording process of financial transaction by Nur Kaisara Enterprise. Okay, Nur Kaisara Enterprise recorded financial transaction using a manual and basic method, which is suitable for the small-scale nature of business. Every transaction, such as daily sales, stock purchase, and bill payment, is recorded in a cash record book by the owner manually. They write down the date, type of transaction, amount, and purpose of purchase in a book to analyze transaction when end of month. They are not using any accounting software or hire any accounting service because they are only small business. Maybe they will need the service, but when the business already growing up and successfully. Okay, for example, when they replenish cooking supplies from a supplier, the expenses is recorded under purchases. Meanwhile, daily sales income such as payment from customer or any others income is recorded under revenue. And also owner or the helper will manually record in a book. At the end of each month, the owner will review the profit and does a simple calculation to analyze monthly sales and expenses. Compared to what we have learned in class, this process does not follow the full double entry accounting system. There are no use of general journal, ledger, or trial balance. Supporting documents such as official receipt or invoice are also not systemically filled. Therefore, while this method helps in tracking cash flow, it also carries a risk in terms of accuracy, data security, and audit readiness. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum to Madam and everyone. My name is Siti SHAFIQAH and today I will explain the key weaknesses, strengths and several suggestions for improvement based on our analysis of Nur Kaisara Enterprise. Firstly, the main weaknesses that we have pinpointed in Nur Kaisara Enterprise is the use of manual bookkeeping. They still implement manual recording by handwritten notebook to record the transaction. This method is increasing the risk of miscalculation and missing data, making it difficult to track business financial performance accurately. Second, there is a lack of professional accounting support. Without help from the actual accountant, there is a higher chance of error in financial reporting and tax filing, which may affect business compliance issues. The weaknesses is growth limitation under personal ownership. All tasks are handled by the owner alone. As the business grows, this becomes a challenge and may slow down the operation and overall decision making. Next, the business have no formal debt or financing from external institutions. which is being debt-free can avoid financial risk, which is good, but it also limit business ability to invest in expansion, upgrade equipment, or marketing activities. Lastly, there is over-dependence on the owner. If the owner is unavailable due to emergencies or other reason, the business may struggle to operate smoothly, which creating risk and become less efficient in operation or production. Now, despite this challenge, Nur Kaisara Enterprise also has strengths that contribute to its growth and success. Firstly, the business has a strong community presence and loyal customer base, which is well known in Ayer Tawar and nearby area, with many regular customers who appreciate and consistent food quality and friendly service. Secondly, it enjoys consistent daily sales from major home style meals and earn additional profit through catering service from events such as wedding and family gathering. Thirdly, the business is self-managed, with the owner handling all the record herself efficiently. Although there are some risks, it helps the business reduce costs by avoiding hired external accounting services. Next, the business operates with no external debt. The business operates using its own capital, with means there is no burden of loan repayment or interest, which reduces financial pressure. Lastly, the owner uses social media such as Facebook, TikTok to promote and attract more customers, especially among younger users, which is free and effective marketing tools. Based on the weaknesses identified, we propose following recommendation to help improve the operation of Nur Kaisara. Based on the weaknesses identified, we propose following recommendation to help improve the operation of Nur Kaisara Enterprise. First of all, we suggest the owner switch from manual bookkeeping to digital accounting. The business should use simple accounting software such as Excel for the beginner, which can improve accuracy, reduce human error, and allow for easier financial tracking and reporting. Second, the owner should consider to appoint and train staff to assist the operation. It is recommended to train at least one staff member they trust to handle operation and record when the owner is unavailable. Next, Nur Kaisara Enterprise can adopt a simple inventory management system. A basic inventory system using Google Sheet or either inventory apps can help monitor raw material level and reduce wastage, also improve cost management. Lastly, the owner can appoint an external accountant to help with financial report, tax preparation, or overall business planning. This will also reduce the risk of misreporting. In conclusion, Nur Kaisara Enterprise is a strong example of successful sole proprietorship. Proper accounting is important for business growth and transparency. Using digital tools and simple software can improve record keeping and efficiency. With better financial management, the business can grow and make smarter decisions. The knowledge from SCC 407 help small businesses owners manage their finance more effectively. That's all from us. Thank you.